Hi there, I'm Melissa from SoGoSurvey, and I'm here today to talk to you about some of the highlights from our latest release, SoGoSurvey 23.0. If you're thinking, didn't you just have a release? Yes, we're sprinting ahead these days. We've got a lot of cool stuff to share with you. Let's get started. Of course, every new feature, every new UI change, every update is precious and special, but we've just chosen a few highlights here for you today. So one of the first ones that will be helpful for you for new users or current users who could use a refresher, one of the important notes here is the in-app onboarding. On the right-hand side of your screen, when you look at the Help Center, you'll find this under Product Tour. That's, of course, if you're an existing user. If you're a new user, you'll be brought to this right away when you sign up for an account. This is a really great option for especially new sub-users who are added to an existing account, or if you happen to have to transfer to someone else on your team instead of you running that project in the future, it'd be somebody else. Here they have the onboarding they can walk through themselves, of course, too. And with that, of course, we know that there's tons of help within the aforementioned Help Center, so plenty of support as you go. Another one that you'll see in select accounts, depending, of course, as I should always say, on your package type, we're now offering recurring invitation delivery. So if you're sending single-use link invitations, if you're sending them from a contact list, you can set this up so that when you're publishing, each time the system is sending out those invitations, whether it's every day, every week, it's going to be sending the most updated version of that list, a check-in or a survey or a form, whatever it is. It could be an employee pulse check, for example. Maybe you're checking in at the same time every week or every month, for example. You can also do the same thing with your customers, too. So if you have an ongoing conversation that you'd like to, of course, keep going on, recurring invitations is a really great one for you. And it's set it up and forget it. Improved design is one that we see. Of course, a lot of our team talks about design. A lot of you talk a lot about design because it's one of the most important pieces of the survey development puzzle, as it were. So we know that the accessibility of our modals, especially you can see here all projects is now full screen. So instead of having a smaller modal to find what you're looking for, we've expanded the options of what's included there too. So not only is it full screen, you'll be able to jump directly into things like track survey or rules and alerts, any of those options as well too. So you'll see this in multiple other places as well, including modals like filters within Omni or within Logic like QDL or branching as well too. More accessibility means it's easier to get your projects done more efficiently. Another thing that makes your life easier, of course, improved contact list creation too. This is a very short process. So instead of walking you through a complete wizard, this is a very customizable wizard so that even if you're choosing for, importing from a file or even doing just entering things manually, you might not go through too many steps. You can also now just create a contact list that only has an email address or only has a phone number or a unique ID, depending on the way that you're sending out this project. So it keeps it faster, makes it easier to get the word out. Of course, going faster and easier comes with our mobile app as well too. You know that this is on a slightly different release cycle, so there are a lot of things coming out all the time, but just a quick note that if you are building this content as well too, if you're building things on our web app, you can also access them. You can take a look and see what's going on with those projects as well within the mobile app too. So check it out. There's a link there. You can download it if you haven't done so already. And yes, there is plenty more too. So another opportunity there within distribution, you'll see sending a single-use link both to an email invitation to an email address and sending an SMS to a phone number, of course, at the same time with the same link. Therefore, if your participant uses the SMS link first, that's fine. They won't be able to use the email invitation. If they use the email invitation link, that's fine. They won't be able to use it via SMS. This is a great opportunity, and we're really excited about this one because it means that instead of having, you've sent basically 2 invitations in this method, now you don't have to go back and delete whichever one isn't used, or you don't have to worry about sending people unnecessary reminders. So really excited about that one too. Another one, going back to Logic, it's only logical if people don't see questions, they shouldn't lose credit for them in an assessment. So an assessment score calculation that excludes questions that are skipped by Logic, that's an option for you too. Looking at Omni bar graphs, being able to drill down to individual responses that are there, click on the bar, see all of the individual responses that chose that answer option. It's a pretty cool one. in a page play of multimedia within the participation page, looking at word clouds. Of course, we love the word clouds, but we also like to see the frequency. We'd like to see the data table of how many times each word occurred there. That's a good one too. Character limits are doubled in descriptive text, now up to 8,000 characters. So if you have a longer, like introductory page, for example, that you'd like to say, dear participant, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate hearing from you. Here's how this data will be used. Best regards. You can have that entire full letter on that page now as well too. So it keeps it clean and tidy while doubling the character limits. Line charts, people love. UI, UX, everywhere you go within the platform, you're going to see small things that are like, oh, slightly different, but always with the goal of improving. So again, this is just a highlighted view of some of the items that are in some of the packages as well too. To see what's new for you personally, sign up for Guide and Tour, and you can get the full picture yourself at your convenience. Thanks so much for your time. We look forward to connecting with you again soon. Feel free to reach out to us anytime, and that's all for now. Cheers!